Hey guys, welcome to the clubhouse. I'm Billy Jackson. This is my cat Tack, and tonight's video is going to be on Game of Thrones. Yes, you've heard it, and you asked for it, so you're going to get it. Game of Thrones videos are coming every Monday. I wish I would have started at the beginning of the season, but I really wanted to crank out all those movie reviews, so I'm kind of getting caught up here with Game of Thrones. But what I plan on doing is just going ahead and reviewing the shows that broadcast on Sunday nights and do the review for them on Mondays, and then once the season is over I plan on rewatching the entire series and doing reviews for those on a weekly basis. What would you guys like? Do you want me to do reviews on each of the episodes, or do you want me to do entire season reviews, maybe even entire series review? Anyway, let me know in the comments below. But until then, I'm going to do reviews on the episodes that air on Sunday nights until it's over, which we only have 2 more. But last week's was the best Game of Thrones episode of the entire series, in my opinion. At least in the top 3 of the best episodes of the series. This episode this week was still just as good. I mean, of course it wasn't action-packed and a battle going on and fire-breathing dragons, but even though we had Drogo, you know, warming up to Jon in this episode, which I loved him touching Drogon, and him sniffing Jon and winking at him, and showing Daenerys that Drogon recognizes him. He smells his blood. He knows he's a Targaryen. Oh, by the way, spoiler alert, because there's going to be spoilers for the episode, and if you haven't seen it, go watch it, then watch my review. But anyway, other things, I mean, there's a lot happening. This is very meaty as far as story, because, you know, normally the seasons have been 10 episodes each, and now this season's going to be 7 episodes, and I believe the last season's going to be 6 or 7. Which I don't understand, I don't like. I wish they were all 10 episodes, but 7's what we're getting for this season, so we got to live with what we got. But at least the episodes are real great viewing. I mean, Game of Thrones is the best TV on TV that has ever been on TV, at least in my opinion, and probably most of the world's opinion is the same. Game of Thrones is #1. It's the best show of all time. But anyway, back to this particular episode. What I liked about it was, you know, you get to see, like I said before, Drogon and Jon warming up to each other. You get Arya being fooled by Littlefinger, which I'm not sure if she was fooling him, trying to fool her, you know, kind of, yeah, you think you got me kind of thing, but it looked sincere in her face, and he looked very well hidden when he was down the hallway. But that's just because he hasn't really done anything in a while. You know, it was good to see Littlefinger, you know, being sneaky again, you know, and trying to pit Arya against Sansa. And because I definitely think he planted that in the bed for her to find. He definitely did it on purpose, and she took the bait, and now she's going to have something to say about what was on that letter, which on that scroll was, you know, what she was forced to write by Cersei back when she was marrying Joffrey. And that's going to be used as blackmail in some kind of way, shape, or form. It was good to see Jorah back. The only thing I didn't like about his return, you know, he like comes up to Dany, hey, what's up? I'm back, girl. What's up? I'm your man. And then the first mission that's mentioned, he's like, I'll go that. I think I need to. You know, so it's like, hey, bye. You know, I didn't get that. You know, to me that he needs to be by her side. But the thing I did like about it was him being part of this SEAL Team 7 at the end of the episode. But we'll get to that in a minute. I'm kind of on the fence about how Daenerys is going about things, you know, bend the knee or die. I'm glad that she burned Randall Tully to you know, down, because he's a jerk and he deserved it. I feel bad for Sam, you know, but he didn't really care about him anyway. I felt bad for Dickon because he seemed like a good warrior, you know, a first-timer, you know, and here it is, his first not battle, but first war, and he's getting burned alive. I mean, turned to ash. And I'm not sure about how I feel about Danny being bend the knee or die, when she could have went about it other ways. Bend the knee or go home to your families, or something like that. But I don't know. If I was her, she needs to kind of show, that's where I'm on the fence, because on the other flip side of that coin, she does need to be, powerful and show her power, show that I'm not kidding around. I've come to take the throne, and I'm going to get the throne, and if I don't get the throne, then you're all going to burn, and then I'll be sitting on the throne. Either way, she's going to be on that throne. And, well, Cersei might have something to say about it. There's something's going to go down at that meeting that they're going to have, and that's what I'm going to be looking forward to. And I don't know if it's going to happen next episode or the final episode, but that meeting with Cersei and Daenerys, that's my dream come true. I can't wait for those two to talk. And I don't think there's going to be any bitch slapping around. Oh, excuse me, Mom, sorry. But they're definitely going to have some words for each other, and it's going to be smart. It's going to be an intelligent conversation, and we're all going to be glued to the screen going, oh my God. I mean, I can't wait for this moment. But what I really can't wait for is next week's episode. And normally in these seasons, I don't know if you've noticed, but the second to the last episode is usually the best episode of that season, at least in my opinion. And that's next week's episode is the second to the last episode, and it's going to be the SEAL Team 7 at the end, when they leave out to go get the White Walkers. It's going to be them versus the White Walkers, and I am so pumped for that. Of course, I was pumped to see Drogon burning the Lannisters down last week, and trust me, I'll get to a review on the episodes of the season. And that was wonderful to see. But this team of guys they've got, they're like the best in Westeros, the best warriors, the most strategic people. You've got the Hound, Jon Snow, Jorah Mormont, Gendry's back, and I do like him being back, because the last time we saw him was in season 3, rowing away, and he's the rightful heir to the throne, and you don't see him for 4 seasons. But now he's back. He's got his Warhammer. I kind of wish they would have played it with him having his dad's Warhammer. That was the one he used to beat Rhaegar with. And I wish they would have incorporated that. But now he's got his brand new hammer. He's been waiting for this moment. We've been waiting for this moment. It was kind of like, they were speaking for us. I thought you'd still been rowing all this time. That was a call out to us, by the way, Mr. Easter Eggs. But I liked that, and I liked him coming back and snapping right into action. Oh, I've been waiting for you. I'm ready to go. Let's go. Boom, and they're gone. That's the one thing I do like about these seasons being shorter, is that they're getting right to it. It's just like, Jon Snow leaving, Dragonstone. All right, bye. And then the next scene is him at Eastwatch. And, that's 1,000 miles away, if not more than that. So it's like months go by in like a second. But there's been teleportation in Game of Thrones ever since the beginning. So anyway, that's neither here nor there, but I like it because they're getting to it. The other seasons kind of had those filler episodes because they were traveling so far, but now it's like, let's get to it. They're here, they're there, let's do it. And I'm ready for it. I'm pumped up for the next episode, and I really enjoyed this one. Didn't think it was as good as last week's, but they needed to kind of get everybody grouped together and make these meetings happen, and come up with a plan of what's going to happen next, because what's going to happen next, that SEAL Team 7 fighting the White Walkers, I'm ready, and I hope you are. So guys, what'd you think of the episode? Did you like this one? Let me know in the comments below. Are you ready for next week? Are you ready for this SEAL Team 7? Do you like these guys? Are these the ones that you've wanted to see throughout the whole entire series, ready to just come together and fight together? They have all these differences. It's just team time, and I love it when people group together, you know, and to fight a common goal, even though they don't like each other. You know, they come together and they fight together and they make it happen. And I have a feeling next week's going to be one of those better episodes. All right, guys. Well, that's it for me. Hope you enjoyed the vid. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel. And as always, the only thing stopping you is you stopping. Bye.